Hello, I'm Ignace Aleya from ToleratedCinematics.com, and today I will be reviewing the Huawei SMARTWATCH. This smartwatch is pretty cool and I have it for a while now, so I can give you my true and honest opinion about this. Just FYI, this has not been sponsored. I won't be going over all the specs of this watch. If you want to know about these, just look them up on Google. So I can give you my opinion on having a smartwatch as well of what I think of the Huawei SMARTWATCH, which I do. It's pretty nice. It has a nice design to it. It's round, classic, and I think it's one of the best designs on the market of smartwatches. I have customized my Huawei smartwatch with a brown band. I found this online, so it's from a third party as well. So you can actually find other companies that fabricate these bands which you can use on your smartwatch, which is cool because you don't have to go to the Huawei smartwatch website to buy an extra band because they didn't have the brown color, which I do like, so I found that on Amazon. The only thing that I don't understand about the smartwatch is that it's higher on the edges and the actual display is tucked in. On my classic watch I don't have that. My display is just on top of everything, which I prefer. And if you are going to make it thicker, you should be using just more hardware and just leave the display on top of it, which I think would be beneficial to all the hardware in there. So you could give this longer battery life, more hardware specs, maybe a better display. Although the display is pretty good, it has a really nice and clean display. It's also very colorful and has a nice DPI. It's also like one of the best smartwatch displays on the market, yet for me it's not good enough. I still tend to see the pixels, and this is a little bit unfortunate for me. I think it needs a little bit more time to get more density, so you can't actually see these pixels anymore. Especially if you have a thin seconds indicator, you can definitely see these pixels, and I really don't like that. The battery life of the smartwatch is pretty good, but I do charge it every night because I don't wear my watch while sleeping. It does have some cool apps that you can find in the Google Store, just like all the other Android watches, which is pretty cool, although it doesn't have any GPS in there, so you can't use it as a dedicated run assistant. And it also has a terrible heart rate monitor, so you can't actually rely for your heart rate on the smartwatch, which for me is one of the most important things of a smartwatch, so you can actually follow your health and really track your run activity and also your heart rate, but you can't rely on these settings right now. So I think it really needs a little bit more time in the smartwatch world, so they can upgrade that. This smartwatch has a great voice command if you get messages on WhatsApp, Facebook, and so on, all the other apps as well. You can just reply using your voice, and most of the time you can really rely on this, as I'm using Dutch for my language, and most of the time, even if I use like difficult words, it does not make any mistakes. Even if there is some music in the background, it doesn't make any mistakes. Sometimes it does, it really depends on the situation, but most of the time you can really rely on this feature, which is very important for me, especially if you are in the car and you get a message and you want to quickly reply using your voice. You can just send this way. The cool thing about this watch, and of course many other Android watches, is that you can use custom faces. This watch comes with about 50 faces, but you can really customize the faces and find in the Google Store a lot of other faces. But for example, my face that I'm using on the smartwatch is custom built, so I made this myself. If you are interested in knowing how I have created my face, let me know in the comments below and I might make a tutorial for that. So my overall opinion on the smartwatch is that it's pretty good. I really use it a lot in my day-to-day life to remind me to stand up if I'm sitting at the desk, to look at my calendar. If I miss any calls or messages with the smartwatch, I do see everything because I use my smartphone on silent a lot, so I don't see everything coming in. And that's interesting if I work, so I don't miss anything of these calls. But if I go out or I do something special, it really depends on which situation. I still tend to wear my classic watch a lot because I do like that design. It looks like it has more characteristics and it looks fancier and classier in my honest opinion. So that's my review of the Huawei smartwatch. If you have a smartwatch, let me know in the comments below what you think of it, and also what should they upgrade on these smartwatches. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a like. Also subscribe to my channel to see more, and hopefully till the next time. Take care. Goodbye.